Hey guys, thanks for clicking on the video. In today's video, we find a really good flip here. It's a really good find, and that's what keeps me reselling, is that it's so much fun to go to thrift stores, yard sales, Goodwills, and find things that are worth a ton of money. And it's like treasure hunting. You just never know what you're gonna find and what it's gonna be worth. If you take the time to buy it and clean it and list it and sell it, I mean, there's money to be made, and it's fun. It's a fun hobby. It's a fun little business to have, and I hope you enjoy the video. Well, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're standing out front of this Goodwill. We're gonna go in here and see what we can find to flip on eBay. So this is something that I would normally pick up, but they are a little bit more beat up than what I would like. You can't even really read the tag. They are some 608 New Balance that are 4E, which is a really wide shoe. And the wide shoes really do pretty well, but these are too worn. I'm not gonna pick these up. Alright, so I think we are going to pick up this Boy Scouts hat. I mean, it's not a huge seller. It's half off. So, I mean, it's going to be worth it, I think, to pick it up. It sells pretty regularly. Pick up a hair dryer. I'm going to try to use this on stickers and see if it works. For getting stickers off better than just peeling it and using Goo Gone and stuff. $3. So, alright guys, so we're about ready to leave this Goodwill, and the line was so long to check out that I checked some of the aisles I don't normally walk down and look through very well. And I came across this plate. It looked pretty cool. I really did have no idea what I was looking at, and all I did was use the eBay app to search by picture, and nothing came up that was listed, but one came up that was sold that was like pretty unbelievable. $305 plus shipping, $26 shipping, 9 bids on an auction, but it's blue instead of like a reddish color. So I'm not sure if that's a big deal or not, but I mean, it's only $2.99. So for that, we're gonna risk it and we're gonna pick it up, and I'll do more research on it later. So they had just put these out, and this was a couple of sets of snow skis and then a water ski, a single water ski. And I'm pretty sure it's vintage or something. It was really cool, retro looking. There were some listed, but not many sold, and shipping these things would be a terror. I just wanted to kind of avoid it, but I wanted to show you guys because they were pretty cool. And I did come across this vacuum over here. They had just put that out. There were a lot of them listed really high. They wanted 20 bucks for it, but since there wasn't really any selling, I just went ahead and passed on it and just left it behind for somebody else to grab. I'm sure it would have been worth 20 bucks. All right, so we just got to the Goodwill number 2, and we're gonna pop in here. I got kind of excited when I seen these My Hero Academia mangas, but I didn't pick them up because I couldn't believe they wanted $4.99 a piece for them at the front. So I just passed on all of them. I mean, they were worth a little bit, but not that much. And I'm doing some voiceovers because right here in this particular area in the store, there's nothing but blasting music. And if I ever do get monetized one day, I don't want to get hit. So I'm going to go do a voiceover. I did find a pair of Kobe's I talk about later, and this backpack, which was pretty cool. This is the one I'm missing from my set that I haven't listed yet, and this is the 8-iron for the Ping I2 dot green dot. So I'm gonna pick this up, and it's only 99 cents, which is good. 99 cents is good here. It's actually cheaper than what it's supposed to be. There's like usually $1.99 minimum on golf clubs. So either way, happy about that. Comps on these Kobe's right here are pretty good. I mean, but there is one problem. They do have a smell to them, and I think I can get rid of it, but it'll take some time. So before I go to check out, I'm going to continue looking through the sporting goods stuff here. They have a little bit more than usual, and nothing really there. And I'm going to go to the media section next, which they have a very large media at this particular Goodwill, but nothing really worth mentioning here. All right, so we just got out of that Goodwill, and I only paid, what did I pay? $9.08. All right, so we spent 99 cents on the golf club. We spent $2.49 on the backpack, and we spent $4.99 on those pair of shoes. Today marks the second day of going to thrift stores. Today we're gonna go to a thrift store that is normally closed. They're only open 3 days a week, and they have really weird hours. So I'm leaving specifically to go to that thrift store and then possibly one other Goodwill. But we're gonna hit a Salvation Army. I think they open at 10, it's 9:30 now. So hopefully we'll be one of the first people through the door. And with them only being open on weird hours, I'm kind of hoping that maybe we can be there first in the door and there'll be some fresh stuff out. I don't know. I've been to this one time before and it was pretty decent. Their prices were reasonable on most things. Hopefully it works out.
So while we're on the way to the thrift store, we're gonna stop at the post office and drop off some items that sold yesterday. So I'll go over with you what has sold. The women's tan beige shoes, comfort cushioned Mary Janes. They sold for $20 and free shipping. The Craftsman ratchet wrench sold for $28.99, free shipping. 10-disc CD tower rack that sold for $13.99 plus shipping.
All right, so Salvation Army is actually closed today, so I got my days mixed up, and we're gonna hit it tomorrow, so that's gonna be in the same video. But we're gonna stop at this little thrift store. We've never been here before. Well, I have one time, but it's one of those ones that's so packed you can barely walk through it, so I have no idea what the prices are gonna be. Kate found this just now. I don't know how much he wants, but all right, so we just got out of there. Didn't really have a chance to record in there much because it was really quiet and it was a little awkward. So I did record a little bit, but this is what we ended up picking up. We paid 30 bucks for all of this stuff right here. So we found a Nintendo DS in there. It doesn't power on, but it has a pretty cool little Nerf case with it, and it has a stylus with it. So I mean, I think this will be worth it. If I've changed the batteries on those before if I need to. Then also this right here, this little golf game, looks like they're selling for about $30–35, and it's one of those plug into your TV kind of play games. So that was pretty cool to pick up. And then I grabbed all the Skylanders and cool little toys that I could find. There's a couple cool like Skylander figures in here. I think I did pretty good here on these. We just got to this next Goodwill and we're gonna hit this place up. And one more thing I will say about those little mom and pop thrift stores like that, they can have some really good stuff, but they're a little bit more pricey than the average thrift store, it seems to be. I get a little overwhelmed whenever there's that much stuff to go through at one time. I kind of start to like lose focus because there's just so much to look at and your mind is kind of like all over the place. But that's just me. I don't know, you guys can put it in the comments. How does it make you feel whenever you're in thrift stores like that where it's just piled up and you can't even get to everything? It's kind of frustrating for me to look through those places. All right, well, we just got out of the Goodwill and we didn't pick up not one thing. There was nothing in there. I looked real hard. I looked around a lot. I didn't find nothing, so I guess that's okay. And tomorrow, Salvation Army, I promise. We're gonna go. All right, well, it is the next day and Salvation Army is officially open today. So we are gonna go in here. They just opened a few minutes ago, like 20 minutes ago. So let's go see what they got.
Okay. Thank you. That's a good program.
So it looks like we're gonna pick up a few things, and the first thing is gonna be this. There's a lot of these listed, but I'm not sure the prices in here. Nothing's really priced, so we got to kind of figure it out whenever we get to the counter. But this right here, there's quite a few of these listed, but the lights are supposed to light up. The battery compartment there's a screw, but it feels like there's no batteries in it, so that's good. It's relatively clean, so for the right price I'll probably pick it up. Some sold comps are good on it. Pick up this DVD Blu-ray disc if it's good, if it's cheap enough, and that Bop It right there, depending on what they want for it. So I'm just gonna get to the counter and see how much they want for their stuff. So we just got out of the Salvation Army. We only spent $6.50. So we got the Bop It, we got the Tiger, the plush, and we got the DVD Blu-ray to resell. And so, I mean, nothing tremendously crazy good. There's a lot of these listed, but this one's in pretty good shape, and I have a I have a hunch that it's gonna work well because the battery compartment I think is empty right now, which should mean that it's not corroded and it should work appropriately, I hope. I'm gonna continue this video back in the garage where I'm gonna talk about the plate that I found earlier and those pair of Kobe's that I found. So we drove to town just to go to Salvation Army, and I can't go to Salvation Army without going to the Goodwill. We drive right past it. So I'm gonna walk in here and just check the hard goods. Little handhelds. I'm gonna check them out. And this one right here, 2. And I just walked across this big plush Barney. It's only $3.99. This is probably the closest I'll ever get to going to the bins. They have all these carts out here right now that I'm just digging through, and I'm finding these things. And I've got more stuff than I can handle. So anyway, I'll recap this in a few minutes. So it looks like the idea of stopping at the Goodwill kind of panned out, and I'll let Kate show you the stuff that I got in the Goodwill. Cool. That's a cool hat.
Cool. Totally cool. Got a Carhartt hat.
And last but not least is a massive, humongous Barney. That's in actually really good shape. I mean, look how clean it is.
It is nice.
Very clean. Now we'll get to the stuff in the garage that I was talking about earlier. All right, guys, so it's the next day, and let's talk about a few things. I'm not going to go over everything because I did pick up a lot of stuff in this video, but I will tell you what I have tested, what works, and what I've listed, and I'll share with you what I think some of the best pickups are. So I'll just show you everything. This is pretty much the glory of this video, I guess you'd call it. The Barney, it's actually a 2001. It's only $4. It does work. I tested it. It's super clean. Unfortunately, there are a lot listed, but it's in good shape. I feel like it might sell faster than some of the other ones. It is what it is. And then the Tiger here, it is a little bit dirty, but it does work. The eyes glow and it makes noises. It growls and stuff like that. So thankfully, they both work, which I'm happy about. I've had kind of bad luck here lately when it comes to battery compartments with corrosion, so I lucked out pretty good on this whole trip. And coming back to some of the toys here, so the Nintendo DS does not work, and I do not have a charger for it, so I went ahead and bought a double pack of them because I like having an extra one. And if this does work and it charges, then I'll sell it with one of the chargers. Not sure what the DS is going for right now, but I did pick up all the Skylanders that I could see. And the only one that has any real value, I think, is going to be this guy right here. He looks like he goes for $15 plus shipping kind of regularly. And all the other ones are, you know, $4, $5, $6, $7. I'll probably lot them together and maybe do an auction, or I don't know, maybe just to buy it now with all these other Skylander figures. And then moving on to some of the better finds, starting with these right here. These are some Kobe, I think they're like History Month or something. It says the power of one on the inside. They're 2015 Kobe's. They're smelly, and they're the smoky, mischievous smell, if you know what I mean. Pretty heavily, but they are pretty clean. I mean, honestly, pretty clean, even compared to some of the other shoes that were listed. I mean, they kind of go all over the place. There's some that are sold for $70 that look pretty good, and there's some that have sold for like $150. So I'm not sure. I might list around the $100 range and just to move these, get them out of here. But I mean, that's not bad for a $6, $7 pickup right here. These Kobe's, kind of a banger home run situation on these. I think those are going to go pretty quickly once they're listed. I'm not going to say it right. Tokadokai? I don't know. Anyway, there was a little bit of value to this backpack. Hello Kitty and stuff like that seems like it's just really popular right now. The only issue I have with this backpack is that the zipper is missing the little pull thing on it. I'm not sure where it's at. It's missing the pull thing right there. But everything, it's really clean. There's no stains on it, and the inside it looks really good. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a keychain of some kind, and I'm just going to put that on there, and I'll sell that as is. Pretty decent little pickup here. And the best find of the day Hopefully, I think it is based on what I've looked up. Shout out to Mr. Russ there for looking stuff up on WorthPoint for me. But the plate, I've already listed it, and I've already put it in bubble wrap. So I'll put a picture of it up there again of the comp. But it looks exactly like that, except for it's going to be, mine is the reddish color instead of the bluish color. This I listed it at $315 plus the buyer paying shipping. I feel like could sell pretty quickly. I already have one watcher on it, and I only listed it like maybe an hour ago. Here's to hoping that it goes. I also turned on best offer so that I can get it moving if I get the right amount. I mean, obviously I only paid $2 for it. So if somebody offers me anywhere, you know, around $150, $200 for it, which its value is up there, I'm gonna probably accept that offer. I may wait until that offer is about to expire, only to give it more time. You know what I mean? Like, if it's a 24-hour offer, I may wait a few hours to see if there's a better offer that comes in. But I feel like it will sell, hopefully. I feel pretty confident that it will. And just so you guys do know, before the video ends, I did already sell this plate for full asking price within 48 hours of $315, and the buyer did pay shipping. So that's an awesome flip, and I can't wait to get the shoes listed. Overall, very, very good thrift trips. But that's going to do it for this video. I really appreciate you guys watching to the end, and we'll see you on the next one.